Welcome back. Let's begin as always with an invocation to the lineage of gurus. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, dearest friend, beloved God, great masters of self-realization, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Maharshai, Swami Sri Yukteswar, beloved Guru Paramhansa Yogananda ji, great saints and sages of all traditions, we humbly welcome you into our meditation. Help us to focus and concentrate. Ganesha, remove all obstacles that would impair our focus tonight. Divine Mother, awaken your love in me. Then teach me to awaken that love in all. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Amen. As always, it's an honor to be meditating together with you, friends. I feel really blessed to be able to share these practices and to be able to practice together. Great to have a couple of friends here in person and for all of you joining us online. It is really a wonderful thing to even be interested in meditation. It's something that has brought so much benefit to my life in so many ways. And to be carving the time out to be sitting in meditation wherever you are tonight, today, it's a gift. Yogananda says that you have to have very, very, very good karma to even want to know God. And it's important to remember why we're meditating, to have an idea of why we're meditating. One of the reasons for me is that I am meditating in order to realize true happiness, happiness beyond all outside circumstances, happiness that can be found within, that is lasting and eternal. No matter what is going on in the world, this happiness exists and can be found within. These are some words by Paramhansa Yogananda. He says, "Be silent and calm every night for at least 10 minutes, preferably much longer before you retire, and again in the morning before starting the day. This will produce an unbreakable inner habit of happiness, which will make you able to meet all of the trying situations of the everyday battle of life. With that unchangeable happiness within, seek to fulfill your daily needs. Seek happiness more and more in your mind, and less in the desire to acquire things. Be so happy in your mind that nothing that comes can possibly make you unhappy. Be happy because you know that you have acquired the power not to be negative, and because you know that you can acquire at will whatever you need. Om." So as you prepare for meditation, find a comfortable place where you can sit with your back in a straight line, hands with your palms upturned at the junction of the legs and the torso, head parallel to the ground. And prepare your mind, the mindset for meditation as we begin. An enthusiasm. We're practicing to attain freedom, happiness. There's no greater goal. So summon within you a sense of interest, deep interest in mastering these techniques. Put aside all cares and worries, all projects. All of these things will be waiting for you when you return from your meditation. It's important now to focus completely on the techniques. And one of the techniques we'll be using is called Hong-Sau. Very simple. On the inhalation, we mentally chant Hong. On the exhalation, Sa. And I'll also be guiding at one point. We'll be using the right index finger with your palms upturned. We'll be gently curling it toward you on the inhalation and then away from you on the exhalation. We'll also be using a breathing technique where we'll be inhaling with a double inhalation, tensing all of the muscles in the body, vibrating with energy, and then exhaling and relaxing and releasing all the tension in the body. This is a great way to relieve tension before meditation and any time during the day when you're feeling stressed or when you can relieve some tension. So let's begin with a prayer. Putting the hands together in front of the chest, and you can repeat this out loud after me. Father Divine,
Father Divine,
this is my prayer.
this is my prayer.
I care not what I may permanently possess,
I care not what I may permanently possess,
but give me the power
but give me the power
to acquire at will
to acquire at will
whatever I may daily need.
whatever I may daily need.
O Father,
O Father,
Mother,
Mother,
Friend,
Friend,
beloved God,
beloved God,
I will reason,
I will reason,
I will will,
I will,
I will act,
I will act,
but guide Thou
but guide Thou
my reason, will, and activity
my reason, will, and activity
to the right thing that I should do.
to the right thing that I should do.
Om, peace. Amen. And now let's begin with the double inhalation and tensing. So take a deep breath in and breathe all the way out. Now double inhale and tense. Low, medium, high tension, vibrating with energy, drawing cosmic energy into your body. Exhale, relax. Release. Again, inhale and tense. Low, medium, high vibration, drawing in energy. Exhale, relax. Feel, dissolve, relax. Inhale, intense. Exhale, relax. Breathing normally. And now let's do some rounds of measured breathing together. We'll be inhaling to a count of 6, holding to a count of 6, and then exhaling to a count of 6. So take in a deep breath. Exhaling all the way out. And now inhaling slowly. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. hold. And exhale. And now begin to visualize the familiar things of your life, your own body, your loved ones, the things you own. The earth, the trees, the sky. See them all as transparent and dreamlike. Everything is insubstantial, with no lasting reality of its own. See it all dissolving into the infinite. Nothing remains now, only your true essence, without a body, without thoughts or moods, without personality or desires. Nothing except your own essence, which has no cause, which is infinite, eternal, untouched by the dream realities of this life. It's the part of you that is a child of God. Remain in this state of divine wakefulness, without thoughts, without emotions, with your heart open and receptive to the perfect wisdom of God. And now repeat inwardly this affirmation by Paramhansa Yogananda. Thou art wisdom, and thou dost know the cause and end of all things. I am thy child. I want to know life's true mystery, life's true joyous duty. Thy wisdom in me shall show all things that thou dost know, that thou dost know. remaining in this state of wakefulness, beyond thoughts, beyond emotions, with your heart open. Begin to notice the breath. Feel the breath coming and going in the nose. Perhaps you feel it in the nostrils or a bit higher. With your awareness, zoom in to the sensation of the breath in the nose. And as you become relaxed, begin to feel the breath, the sensation a bit cool on the inhalation and warm on the exhalation. Not controlling the breath, but letting it come and go naturally on its own. As if the breath were like waves coming and going on the seashore. Become the observer of the breath. We are not these bodies. We are loving awareness. We are infinite and eternal. Ram Dass tells us that awareness is a bit like a flashlight. It shines on this or on that, but never on itself. Shine this awareness now on the sensation of the breath. And if you feel the breath in the nostrils, as you become more relaxed, feel this sensation move up to the bridge of the nose, where the nose meets the skull. Feeling it a bit cool on the inhalation, warm on the exhalation. Become shorter, the pauses between breaths getting longer. Feel the sensation move up again just slightly now to to the point between the eyebrows. Feel now that you are breathing in and out through this point. And now let's add the mantra Hong-Sau, mentally chanting Hong on the inhalation and Saw on the exhalation. Feeling the breath moving in and out through the spiritual eye, with your gaze uplifted, looking into the infinite through that point. Now let's also introduce the right index finger, gently curling it toward you on the inhale and then away from you on the exhale. These elements are like candy for your mind. Allows the mind to be occupied, freeing the awareness, stilling the thoughts, become ever more focused on the technique. Feeling the inhalation and exhalation at the point between the eyebrows, mentally chanting Hong-Sau, using the right index finger. Nothing else to do. Can feel wonderful to let go of all cares and worries and focus single-pointedly on the technique. Summon all of your willpower now. Going deeply into meditation. Return to the feeling of the breath at the point between the eyebrows, gaze uplifted, mentally chanting Hong-Sau. Yogananda tells us that this is a very powerful technique for concentration. And that with concentration, we can heal our minds. So as you focus with ever greater determination, feel your mind healing. Enjoy the pauses between the thoughts, becoming calm, entering into this eternal, omnipresent state of calmness within. As you become more and more relaxed, you may feel the pauses between breaths becoming longer. Simply enjoy those pauses. You may chant Om, Om, Om during these pauses. Returning to the Hong-Sau mantra as you breathe again. In long periods of Hong-Sau meditation, you find that you barely need to breathe at all. Now, with all of your determination and all of your focus, let's meditate on the mantra now for 30 seconds. And now letting go of the mantra, letting go of the focus on the breath, letting go of the right index finger. Take in a deep breath as if you were breathing in through your heart. Feel the energy in the heart center. Now feel that energy moving upwards, up through your throat, up to the spiritual eye, gazing out from that point. 3 exhales. Relax. And now begin to meditate on the heart. Think of it as a lotus. Its petals like rays of energy turned upwards towards the brain. Visualize each petal as a specific aspect of your feelings. Love, aspiration, enthusiasm, longing, tenderness, fiery devotion, self-dedication. Direct all of these aspects upwards towards superconsciousness. Visualize now the mud out of which the lotus grows, as it lifts itself high into the air to absorb the sunlight. The lotus looks upward, away from the mud of its origins. Yet it cannot deny those origins lest it die. Think of it sustained by them, turned away not in contempt, but gratefully in its aspiration towards higher realms. Do not mentally reject what you have been in the past. See God's presence there also, in the mud of your human origins. See God rising through long, arduous effort to reclaim himself in the great self, God in the sunlight, God as the eternally shining, ever blissful sun. Now taking in a deep breath as if you're breathing in through the heart. Holding the breath and feeling that energy in the heart. The heart is open and receptive. And now feeling that energy moving up through the throat, up to the back of the skull, the medulla, bending forward to the spiritual eye, gazing out from that point with 3 exhales. Keeping your gaze uplifted to the point between the eyebrows. Feel that your head is like it's being pulled up by a magnet, straightening your spine. Feeling the energy moving upwards through that spine, gathering at the point between the eyebrows, looking into the infinite, piercing the veil of darkness at that point. Yogananda tells us that this point between the eyebrows, the spiritual eye, the seat of superconsciousness, is like a mental microphone, allows us to communicate with the eternal, with the primal source of all creation. He says that we can approach the infinite as our Divine Mother. We can come as a child of God, created in order to experience this world and all of its pleasures, and to return home and seek this divine love, which is greater than all earthly pleasures. This is why we were created. We were meant to come here. We were meant to experience all that we have experienced in order to learn and grow and to return home and become free to experience it all. We are children of the Emperor of the universe. All that is ours. We need not cling or become attached to anything. So with the gaze uplifted at the point between the eyebrows, feeling this love in your heart, feeling a deep desire to come home. Call out from this point with the gaze uplifted, reveal thyself, reveal thyself, knowing that you will receive an answer if you call out in earnest, undistracted. Sensation in the heart center. Notice a vibration there, feeling, a realization of inner peace. Begin to notice the peace of the room that you're in. Notice just how much more here you are now. And when you first began this meditation, feeling that lotus heart opening more and more, receiving this peaceful vibration, this peaceful energy. This energy is always flowing to us. It is what sustains us. It is our life force. And love energy is always flowing to us, but it is we, by our love, who must complete the circuit. So with love in your heart, gaze uplifted at the point between the eyebrows, calling out from that point, reveal thyself, reveal thyself. Undistracted, coming not as a beggar, but as a child of God. Yogananda tells us that when we know God, life becomes a nest of fun. Now begin to feel in your heart, feel your heart opening and receiving this communication with the divine as you complete the circuit, sending your love at the spiritual eye, and feeling a vibration in your heart, a feeling of calmness, Calmness differs from peace in that it is dynamic. Though we find ourselves in a world that's not always peaceful, we can attune ourselves to this inner calmness no matter what is going on around us. And practice entering this state of calmness in meditation. Become more and more in tune with this calmness, and then we can summon this state in the cold light of day. Yogananda tells us that calmness is invincibility. Feel this calmness spreading out from your heart and growing and filling your entire body. This calm vibration, soothing and healing. Going beyond all fears and doubts. Feeling this calm energy rippling through every cell of your being, feeling this energy moving up from the heart, up through your throat, up to the spiritual eye. Beyond fears, beyond doubts, beyond distractions. We can commune with the Divine Mother if we are unafraid of discovering what we truly are beyond the limitations of the body, mind, and senses. It takes courage to discover what we truly are. Feel the courage of a brave warrior, a true hero, looking into the infinite unafraid, with a wistful yearning, calling out from that point, reveal thyself, reveal thyself. Opening your heart to receive the divine love that is always flowing to us. The oneness of the universe is love. Sending your love from the spiritual eye out to the Divine Mother. To the source, the primal source of all creation. It is conscious and it wants to interact with us. It wants to commune in love with us. This is why we were created. So feel your heart opening now. Feel this divine love energy coming from the universe and filling your heart with love. Feeling this love energy rippling, spreading, growing. This love is a feeling, it's not a thought. Feel this love enveloping your entire being. feeling that you are completing the circuit and drawing this love to you ever more greatly. With practice, we become more and more a channel for this divine love. We are able to emanate it, share it with others. Feeling this love energy vibrating smoothly. Feeling all of the energy moving upwards from the spine, through the spine, up from the heart, up through your throat, to the back of the skull, at the medulla, curving around to the spiritual eye. Feeling a magnet pulling your skull up towards the heavens, straightening your spine. Feeling this energy flowing smoothly upwards to the point between the eyebrows. Looking into the infinite through that point, with your love calling out, reveal thyself, reveal thyself. Opening your heart. And now feeling this energy of eternal, ever new bliss pouring into your heart center. Your heart is the receiver. Receive this love from the divine. Receive this bliss energy. Our true state of awareness is bliss. This is what awaits us when we go beyond the body, mind, and senses. Feel this joy beginning to permeate every fiber of your being. Feel it healing your body. Feel it healing your mind. A still mind and a pure heart, enjoying this communication with the infinite, with our true self. And now bathe in this joyful vibration, feeling it fully for 30 seconds. Continuing to enjoy this healing energy that is permeating every fiber of your being. Feel that you are filled with white light, healing energy. And now call to mind anyone you know in need of healing energy. Perhaps you know one person or multiple. Take the time now to see them in your mind. Say their name or their names in your mind. seeing them freed from suffering. Perhaps they're in need of physical healing, or mental healing, or spiritual healing. Feel them becoming completely freed of all suffering. Take the time now. As we heal our inner awareness, we heal the outer awareness. And we can send this healing energy to our friends, our loved ones, and out into the entire world. We can harmonize the energies within us, and then we can feel the energies in the space around us harmonizing. So let's say a prayer together where you can repeat out loud after me. And then we'll be rubbing the hands together to create a warm energy in the hands. And we'll put the hands up and chant Om 3 times. And imagine and visualize and feel this white light, diamond light healing energy coming out from your heart, out through your arms, out into your hands, and shooting out from your fingertips, filling the room that you're in with this white light, and then expanding it out to the streets and to the city, to the state, the country, the continent, and as far as you can imagine, send this healing energy, harmonizing every atom and every creature in the universe. So putting the hands together in front of the heart. Repeat this prayer out loud after me. Divine Mother,
Divine Mother,
Thou art omnipresent.
Thou art omnipresent.
Thou art in all Thy children.
Thou art in all Thy children.
Manifest Thy healing presence
Manifest Thy healing presence
in all bodies,
in all bodies,
all minds, and all souls.
and all souls.
Rubbing the hands together, feeling the warm energy in the palms. And then we'll be sending this energy out into the world, and send it as far as you can visualize. Taking in a deep breath. Hands up. And now I'd like to conclude our session with a reading from the Katha Upanishad, favorite scripture of mine in the Indian tradition. This is a story about a teenage boy named Nachiketa, who's very skilled in meditation practice, who travels to the land of death in his mind to visit the king of death, Yama, to confront him and ask him to reveal to him the secrets of overcoming death. Everything we have in this life is temporary. It comes and goes. What is there that lasts? Does it all go away at death? Is there a way to become lucid, to move through these lifetimes? Is there a way that we can become freed from the jaws of death and rebirth? And this is Yama's answer to Nachiketa. He says, "In the secret cave of the heart, two are seated by life's fountain. The separate ego drinks of the sweet and bitter stuff, liking the sweet and disliking the bitter, while the Supreme Self drinks the sweet and bitter, neither liking this nor disliking that. The ego gropes in darkness, while the Self lives in light. So declare the illumined sages and the householders who worship the sacred fire in the name of the Lord. May we light the fire of Nachiketa that burns out the ego and enables us to pass from fearful fragmentation into fearless fullness in the changeless whole. Know the Self as Lord of the chariot, the body as the chariot itself, the discriminating intellect as charioteer, and the mind as reins. The senses, say the wise, are the horses, and selfish desires are the roads they travel. When the Self is confused with the body, mind, and senses, they point out, it seems to enjoy pleasure and suffer sorrow. When a person lacks discrimination and his mind is undisciplined, his senses run hither and thither like wild horses. But they obey the rein like trained horses when a person has discrimination and the mind is one-pointed. Those who lack discrimination, with little control over their thoughts and far from pure, reach not this pure state of immortality, but wander from death to death. While those who have discrimination, with a still mind and a pure heart, reach journey's end, never again to fall into the jaws of death. With the discriminating intellect as charioteer and a well-trained mind as reins, they attain the supreme goal of life, to be united with the Lord of love. The senses derive from objects of sense perception, sense objects from mind, mind from intellect, and intellect from ego. Ego from undifferentiated consciousness, and consciousness from Brahman. Brahman is the first cause and the last refuge. Brahman, the hidden self in everyone, does not shine forth. He is revealed only to those who keep their minds one-pointed on the Lord of love, and thus develop a superconscious manner of knowing. Meditation empowers them to go deeper and deeper into consciousness, from the world of words to the world of thought, then beyond thoughts to wisdom in the self. Get up, wake up, seek the guidance of an illumined teacher and realize the self. Sharp like a razor's edge is the path, the sages say, difficult to traverse. The Supreme Self is beyond name and form, beyond the senses, inexhaustible, without beginning, without end. Beyond time, space, and causality, eternal, immutable, those who realize the self are forever freed from the jaws of death. The wise who gain experiential knowledge of this timeless tale of Nachiketa, narrated by death, attain the glory of living in spiritual awareness. Those who, full of devotion, recite this supreme mystery at a spiritual gathering are fit for eternal life. They are indeed fit for eternal life. Om. Peace. Amen. And that concludes our hour together. But if you have a moment, let's conclude our session with a round of eternal Om. And I'll be ending with Amen. And as you chant Om, feel your body harmonizing. Feel it harmonizing with the space around you. Feeling yourself melting into joy. Yogananda says, "From joy I came, for joy I live, and in sacred joy I melt." Feel yourself melting into this joy. And when we return from this meditation, we'll be returning to a world that is more conscious, more joyous, more peaceful, more calm, more wise. And so taking in a deep breath, Om.